Yes, I know, renting anywhere in the world can be difficult, and you'll probably have more questions. Leave them in the comments below, then click like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified when your question has been answered. I read them all. Now you've found your dream place to live. You've thoroughly checked out the area, day and night, for noise or disturbances that you might find annoying. You've checked out parking and transportation. You have enough space for all your stuff. Now it's time to negotiate the lease. The process for entering into a lease is essentially the same for an apartment, condo, townhouse, or house. I'll point out any small differences along the way. A lease can be for any period over 30 days. However, Thai law makes leases over 3 years unenforceable unless they are registered with the local land office, which just isn't going to happen. You'll normally rent for a year, but you might get a rent discount for a longer period. Here are some key points to negotiate: the length of the contract, including the start and end dates, the monthly rent and the rent due date, the deposit amount and conditions for its refund. Since regulations were revised in 2019, landlords can require 2 months deposit plus the first month rent before you move in. By law, deposits must be refunded within 7 days of moving out. Also check the lease restrictions, which might include subletting, pets, and smoking. When renting a condo, don't forget you'll be subject to all the condominium's regulations. Negotiate who pays the association fee and other fees if you're getting a condo or a house in a gated community. Normally, it's the landlord. Who does maintenance? In a flat, it's common for the tenant to pay for minor repairs up to a certain price. The landlord doesn't want to be changing light bulbs or unclogging sinks. In a house, you might be responsible for maintenance of the garden, the furniture, and the premises other than the walls and the roof. How are the utilities charged? Landlords are prohibited from charging you more than the actual cost of electricity and water. If the water is privately supplied, include the unit price in the lease. Some rentals, not many, may include utilities. Find out if there is internet or telephone service already installed and agree who pays for it. Finally, make sure you and the landlord agree on who will do the TM30 address report on the day you move in. Often the landlord will make the first TM30 report, but it can be your responsibility to renew it every time you return to Thailand from overseas. After you negotiate, be sure the lease matches your agreement before signing. If all is good, provide a signed copy of your passport and evidence of being legally in Thailand. The landlord supplies a signed copy of her ID. These all get attached to the lease. In order to meet conditions for return of your deposit, insist on having an inventory of furniture and other included items, signed and agreed upon by both you and the landlord. The lease is made in duplicate originals, both with original signatures. You keep one original and the landlord keeps the other. My name is Yai, and I love living in Thailand. I hope you will too. Sawadee krap.